Welcome back. In the previous video, we learned about the conditional statements, and today we are going to solve some quizzes based on conditional statements. Which keyword is used to check a condition in C++? If yes, when no is no. Let's move to the second question. What will this code have? This is our header file. This is our namespace std. Here is our main functions. Then after that we declared a variable x equals to 10. Then what the if condition is that if x greater than 5, you can say our x is equals to 10, then 10 is greater than 5. So this code will execute and our output will be 5. Let's move to the next question. Which statement executes when the condition is false in an if-else block? If a condition is true, then this block will execute. If a condition is false, then this block will execute. Then our answer will be else block. Choose the correct syntax for an if-else statements. Let's look at one by one. If condition semicolon else, here you can see after if I have to write a curly brackets, not a semicolon. This is wrong. If brackets condition else parenthesis, wrong. After if we have to write a parenthesis, then condition. If parenthesis condition curly brackets else curly brackets, it is correct, right? You can see here if parenthesis curly brackets. So our answer will be C. This is not a conditional statement in C++. If is our conditional statement, if else is our conditional statement, switch is our conditional statements, but for is not an our conditional statement. So our answer will be D. What will this code output? Let's say we have declared a variable a with having 5. If a equals to I already told you single equal sign is assignment for comparison. So what is this condition is doing? It is comparing a and 5. Our value of a is 5, then 5 equals to 5 is true. If condition is true, then our if block will execute. So our answer will be equal, because if block is executing, then cout will be printing equal. Now let's move to the next question. Which operator is used to compare equality in C++? See, we are comparing equality. You can look at the previous questions. Our answer will be B. The output of this code. Let's say we declared a variable num equals to -2. Now, if num greater than 0, if I want to check if that number is positive or negative, what I will be writing in a condition is that if num is greater than 0, that means our number -2 is greater than 0. No, then it is a negative. Here you can see num greater than 0, but our num is less than 0. So this condition is false, then this condition will be true. Then our code will print negative. Have you noticed one thing here? We didn't use curly brackets, the parenthesis. So when you have to write a single statement like cout or any other thing, then you don't have to mention curly brackets, because if condition will understand that single statements come under if you try to write multiple statement without using curly brackets, then if block will execute only one statements and ignore rest of them. Okay, the following can replace multiple if else if statements, like if writing if is if we want to replace multiple if else if, we can write switch. Define the correct syntax of a switch statement. switch parenthesis curly brackets, switch parenthesis curly brackets, case value, then break. Right, we have to write a break after every case. The output, you can see our value of A is 10, value of B is 20. If A greater than B, what is the value of A? 10. What is the value of B? 20. Is 10 greater than 20? No, this block will not execute. Let's move to the next block. A equals to B, 10 equals to 20. Is 10 equals to 20? No, this code, this block will not execute. Then the remaining block else will execute. Okay, answer will be B. It's printed here. Our value of x is 5. Then if x equals to 10, here you can see there is a single assignment operator. So here we are not comparing x and 10, but we are assigning 10 into the x. So value become 10 whenever there is a non-zero value as a condition. The if block will treat as a true. So will execute this block will be true. What will this code output? Our n equals to 0. If n, so that means is 0, then C++ will treat it as a false. So remember one thing, whenever there is a non-zero value in a if condition, then C++ will treat it as a true. If there is a 0, then it always treat as a false. So our value of n is 0, so our output will be yes. Else blocks can and if statement have. Whenever we write if, there is always else for one if, so we can only have one else for one if. Will be the output x equals to 80. Here you can see the first condition, marks greater than 80, 80 greater than 90, no, e greater than 75, yes. So our code will execute this block and there will be A equals to 5, B equals to 10. Let's look at the first condition, A greater than 2, that means 5 greater than 2, condition true. Then it will come inside if block. Inside if block, we are checking another condition, B greater than 5. This is our value of B. 10 is greater than 5, true. So our code will execute this block. Our answer will be hello. Okay, you can see here this is our example of nested if else. Output x equals to 5 greater than 10, 5 greater than 10, no, but condition is false, so our code should not execute this, right? But here you have to look at semicolon, which representing that our if block is ended here, so the condition doesn't matter and the cout will be printed. What will this code print? X equals to 1, switch statement. So it will pass here, it checks case 1, it is matching, it will print 1. Whenever there is end of case, we have to use break, or else the switch statement will continue to run to the end. So our output will be 1, 2, default, because it will execute all of the blocks below it. Output x equals to 3, x plus 1 will become 4. Our code will print at the last question. A equals to 10, a greater than 5 means 10 greater than 5, true. Okay, so it will print A. Now let's look at here what I told you. You are writing statement without curly brackets. C++ will treat as a single statement, so it will execute only single statement and ignore rest of them. So when if condition executed, it printed A, else block will consider this statement only because we are not using curly brackets. So it will consider only one statement and ignore rest of them. So our code will print A and as well as C. So our output will be AC. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.